One of the big things that we're finding is that the employees had a lot of power, which they never had before. So it's putting employers under a lot of pressure to provide the right office spaces. But because no one really knows what their people want or what kind of office to build, we're doing a lot of consultancy work with an organizational psychologist that we've got in-house, where we really try to understand what people want from an office. So we no longer ask people if they want to come to work or not, because it's become a really silly question, but to understand, because every organization is actually completely different. We're no longer a one-size-fits-all, and I think that's why flexible spaces such as Bespoke have done so well, because people really don't know what to provide in their own offices, and when spaces are more diverse, you can see that people have got options and choices and are happier. So we do a lot of surveys, a lot of workshops with people where we draw information as to what they would actually like in an office. And it helps their management team understand what to actually build and what to provide. And often we'll get requests that obviously we can't meet, but people have felt that they've been heard and that they've been listened to. And that also makes them feel a part of a culture where they've been left out the last 2 years and want to come to work. Then what we also find is people are quite nervous about things they don't know. So coming to an office that you haven't been to, because some people we actually find haven't been to work for 2.5 years, and now they've come to a changed office, they don't know how to use the facilities. So we're doing a lot of change management and a lot of user management to actually show people what their office should be used for and what the value systems are and how they should engage, where they can make a noise, where they can be quiet, what the purpose of the office actually is about.
Is that largely activity-based work environments?
Correct, activity-based, but also showing them that there are spaces, because what will happen is we build focus booths, because Zoom calls, team calls are still happening. In fact, in Europe, when you buy a desk, it comes with your light for a Teams call. So it's very different to here. But you want to encourage people not to do that in an open plan environment, but to use a focus booth. But what happens is they get quite comfortable in a focus booth and want it to become their office. So you then got to teach them they can only have it for an hour and they've got to move out. So a lot of it's just about learning, just because we're completely unaccustomed to all of it. So at Giant Leap, our consulting division, No More, is doing massive amounts of work, and a lot of those are actually with the international companies within South Africa who have their workplace strategies that they need implemented locally. And that's what they've found really works. So they work with Giant Leap to interpret those from a local point of view, because South Africa is obviously very different to the rest of the world. And Giant Leap then implements that for them into their workspace here. What we found, and I'm sure Barrow also picked it up, is that the international guidelines are very different with the products that they have, and we can't always use what they want because of a cost and a lead time perspective in South Africa. So from there, Giant Leap will interpret it, and we will work with the likes of Barrow to then implement it and build it into their offices here for them, and then teach the people how to use it. And once people are comfortable, they're actually happy to come back to work. A little bit like going to the gym for the first time, you're petrified.